Dude, Luke, the printer's still busted, man. What the fuck?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 64 of the Topless Robot podcast. My name is Ryan.
I'm Tyler and hungover.
I'm Brooks and on my way to being drunk.
I'm Dan. I am hungover every day.
This is just a state of life for Dan.
So there's a whole lot to address about this week. It's been a pretty big week.
Good, because literally nothing happened to me.
Really?
I had nothing to put on the fucking sheet.
I didn't even look at it.
Would you say it's been a week?
Like, all that happened to me this week is I worked
7 days.
and my bank flagged my card for fraud because I bought 5 things online, and it's like, you don't do that.
Who is this person? This is
You might be the only person that gets flagged for fraud for just buying things. Hold on a second.
None of the purchases were bigger than $60.
That's
and
funny.
my bank was like, "No, dude, this is unrealistic spending behavior." Like, even when I called, they said, like, "Yeah, we had to flag your account because this is like it was off of your spending pattern." And I was like, "Fuck you, it's Christmas."
Well, there's no place like home for the holidays.
Oh my gosh. You are literally the only person in the world that gets flagged for spending during the month of December.
Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
So probably the first thing that I want to talk about is we have another kind of Soulja Boy situation on our hands.
Oh, I'm blissfully unaware. Please fill me in.
With the Escobar fold.
Oh yeah.
So right now there are 2 folding phone, folding phones on the market. Well, one. With one coming. And they're vastly different designs. The one that's out right now is the Samsung Galaxy Fold.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
They had to delay the release of because when they first got models out, they were seeing they were getting a crease in the screen. Go figure, in your folding phone, you're getting a crease in the screen.
What?
And so they chalked that up to a design flaw, and they decided to hold off launch until they could address that issue, leading to them losing partnerships with T-Mobile. T-Mobile was going to release it subsidized like they do with every other phone. They lost that. I think Sprint was going to as well, and they lost that. But it's a $2,000 phone. Because new technology is new technology. Early adopters are going to fucking jump all over it. But it folds out into a nice tablet. I like the idea that this is the direction that we're going. This is something that has kind of been predicted in tech, for a long time, foldable displays.
Like the DS.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Hashtag Nintendo already did it.
there have always been concepts and stuff like that are super elegant, where it's essentially your entire phone is just this thin, display that wraps around your arm.
Break it in half.
That's the one that I always I think that was 2011, where it was the snap.
It was like a snap bracelet.
Snap bracelets, and it was a phone. I was like, "That's the coolest thing I've ever seen."
Yeah.
I wanted to have it.
Because displays are getting increasingly flexible, and the technology to power them is getting increasingly, small, and it's really cool. It's a very interesting time to watch this tech start to emerge.
And that tech is going to come down in price as it gets more efficient
obviously.
at creating it. 2 years down the road.
As with everything 20 years after it's relevant, I'll be able to afford it.
So Motorola is releasing the second folding phone, which is called the Razr, because they're revitalizing the Razr.
I like how
it looks like an old Razr, but when you fold it, instead of folding open to make a bigger phone, it folds down because it's a flip phone. It's just a flip phone that folds out into nothing but display that looks like a normal candy bar phone that any of us own today. So it's kind of a good, resurgence of the flip phone, which I think is the way that these foldable displays should be going, right? We shouldn't try and make this thing that's already a little bit too big in all of our pockets bigger. We should make it smaller. And I like the Razr design a lot.
But
Yeah, we need to
but then
bring
old
back the
people-
phones that have backpacks with the batteries in them.
Yeah,
But
honestly.
then old people can hang on. I need to text my son. He hasn't called me in 3 weeks.
You get the
Okay,
big
Google.
accessibility buttons.
Yeah. It's fucking. What is the name of the old
6,
person phone?
oh,
Jitterbug.
2.
It's a jitterbug.
They'll have their.
It makes calls and that's it.
So
There's gonna be a new service instead of Google. It's OK Boomer.
yeah. In a shock to the world. So the
Okay, Boomer.
what you say?
I just can't hear what you're saying the entire time.
Are you my son?
No, what would be great? No, okay. So
Dude, Tyler's beer red as a tomato.
no, like so you know.
You match your shorts like exactly.
Since
Oh,
I've
he
got
does.
the smart lights and I can ask Google to turn off the lights, you go, okay, Boomer, turn off the lights. You just hear.
Have you seen that?
You ask it for directions and it prints out a bunch of MapQuest ones.
You tell it to call your wife and you hear a rotary tone.
Okay, I feel like this needs to be a skit. Like we need to
needs to
just
be a
film
skit. We
film
need
this
to do
skit.
it.
Yeah.
Do we have
We
any
need to do it.
vulnerable old people we know that are willing to do this?
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
Definitely not me.
And it'll just be like bad jokes like, okay, Boomer, what's the weather like out today? And
I can feel it in my bones. It's gonna rain.
My joints say.
Hey, we're responding to Okay, Boomer, dude.
Man, it was colder last year.
oh my god.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Anyway, so the Motorola Razr is going to come out at $1,500. Again, new technology.
It's still not
very
terrible,
expensive.
though.
Not terrible.
The Pixel 3 or Pixel 4 is like 1,000.
Yeah, and most high-end candy bar phones these days are about $1,000 when they come out. But someone decided to undercut them all and beat Motorola, and it's Pablo Escobar's brother. And he has come out with it is
Escobar
no joke
Fold.
called the PE Fold 1. It's not just the Escobar Fold 1.
it's
It's the
actually the
Pablo
PE. Oh,
Escobar
my
Fold
God.
1. And it is a folding
Gold.
phone for $350.
And it's gold. That's my
And it's
favorite
gold.
part of it.
Yep.
It's gold.
The only color it comes in.
Yeah.
It's just gold. It's such a
righteous.
Pablo
It only comes in
Escobar.
one design, 2 storage capacities, like 128 and 256 or something like that. And
Talking megs?
yeah, no, gigabytes.
Oh, okay, I was like, hang on a second.
If you go
Text and you run out of memory.
if you go to their shop, right? Their shop is nothing. So there's only like 6 things for sale in the Escobar shop. One of them is Pablo Escobar's brother's book.
And the rest are officials and government workers.
And then there's one cocaine.
Yeah, right.
Like a single
Clothing,
Just one single cocaine.
various shitty clothing that it's nothing but shirts and like yoga pants that say the Escobar name on them.
Oh, we have
And
to get
then
those.
this folding phone. That's it.
Okay, this is fucking hilarious.
it up.
I'm on the.
Let me see them pants.
They have like the marketing pictures. And it's just like very scantily clad
Yep.
women holding the fucking phone.
Yep.
That's amazing. Load, damn it.
Yeah. Their entire marketing.
They don't even show the phone. Like,
They-
it's just a bikini.
They even have. Yep. They even have promo videos where it's just scantily clad women. It's women in lingerie.
That is
the
hilarious.
phones.
Of course.
You know, there's got to be
And
a
then-
phone for me, creepy guys that ask people if they want to fuck on the subway.
And then every single one of their promotional videos for everything ends with EscobarInc.com. Like in this cheesy, you know,
That
in
is
that voice.
incredible. This is my favorite new thing. This is.
Does it make calls?
It's only $350. I think we need to get one.
Yep.
we need to
We
do
do
a
need to get
product
one. You
review
guys are
video of
fools.
this.
My time with the Escobar Fold. And it has been revealed like what model phone it is. It's some knockoff Chinese foldable phone.
of course.
So it's going to be some cheap piece of
It's just
shit.
drop shipping.
Crappy.
It's just got Well, it's one step above drop shipping because it's an actual design overhaul on the system itself. And drop shipping is usually
Drip shopping.
someone taking the.
I love this so much.
It's so bad. Yeah. Yep.
picture of
The
it
background on the promo shot is Pablo Escobar.
It's the only background you're allowed to have on this phone.
It doesn't let you change it. It's just baked in.
Yeah.
The ice cream man.
Only in Arizona.
We really?
Shit.
Yeah.
Has anyone got cash? Let's go fucking get
It
it.
is an
my God.
overcast 60-degree day in Phoenix, Arizona, and the ice cream truck.
And that dude's fucking pumping the volume out on that. It's
No
loud.
It's really
It
loud.
helps that the window is open.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know the windows open. Okay.
This podcast interruption brought to you by ice cream.
It's not the ice cream man. It's the FBI because we're already talking about
Pablo Escobar.
speak, and they shall be summoned.
Yeah.
Ryan, why did they park in your driveway?
Why does this ice cream man have black sunglasses and a full suit?
That's the delivery of the Pablo Escobar phone that I ordered because they also distribute drugs from the same ice cream truck and they just put it on their normal shipping route.
It comes in a pint. It comes in like a pint container, like a Ben and Jerry's. You know? I recommend the ice cream.
Oh man.
Oh, but Ryan, before we go on,
Yeah.
there's something we have to give you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well. Oh god damn it. You asshole.
What you think the episode last week wasn't going to get a sequel?
This is collectively from several people, Erica, Jasmine, all of us.
God damn it. Guys making me do stuff on the fucking podcast.
What, are you gonna cry?
Make sure you open it into the camera.
Maybe actually.
Big box of dicks.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird how we fit a Smirnoff Ice in that box.
I have to be honest. When Jasmine told me, look under the table to give him his gift, I thought sure there was going to be an ice waiting for me. I checked under the table.
That was a missed opportunity.
I checked under the table before to make sure that it was a gift down there, and if I saw an ice, I was just going to pretend I didn't see anything.
Okay,
And I was
so
going to tell Tyler again.
Fuck you.
as many of you may know, I am colorblind. I'm
We're not looking at YouTube right now.
I am red-green colorblind. And I've always been curious about these Enchroma glasses. Oh my god. I thank you all so much. I
love you,
have
buddy.
no
We
idea.
love you.
I hope they work.
I hope so too. I've been really, really
Open it up
curious
now.
about them.
As you'll notice, some of those bows are of a certain color. If you
And also, there's the red cherry cordial in the can, and green actually. So
Okay. Versus outdoor ones.
the outdoor ones.
Holy crap.
Does it work?
I don't know if it works, but everything does look distinctly different.
You have to look for a while.
Like there's
Might not work.
a very clear difference, and it's almost like I don't know if it's just because the panes are extremely clean, but it's like HD.
Can you see the colors of these balloons?
I mean, I can see the colors of those balloons anyway.
Can you see? No, but can you see them better now?
It does
One
seem a
or
little
two.
bit. The red balloon seems a little bit richer.
Should have got 98 more.
You knocked over Batgirl.
Those are the Loof balloons, right?
To be fair, she was destined to be Oracle already. So.
You just took her spine out a little earlier.
Wow. Oh my God, you guys! Thank you all so much.
We should have got
love you, buddy.
red and green cod pieces too.
Just stripped down immediately. It's like, Ryan, this is for you.
And you'll remember when I said, I don't know what to get you because you're rich and you buy everything you want. And then he said, don't get me anything. And I said, fuck you.
There are only going to be, like, the best ways to test this, because the only situations in which I've really noticed...
We're making red and green Kool-Aid, brother.
Would you like the red pill, the green pill?
The only situations in which I've noticed the deficiency are in playing Super Puzzle Fighter. I can't tell the difference between the yellow and the green cubes. And in other similar games, I usually can't tell the difference between yellow and green.
Okay.
In those games. And sometimes if there's red type on a rich blue backdrop, I have to struggle very hard in order to even make out the red letters, and it actually hurts. Like, it gives me a headache.
Oh, Jesus.
Trying to look at it. It was a real fucking annoying thing, because back home in Madison, there would be this billboard that's it was for like a heart center, and it's like your heart center, and the backdrop was blue. Your heart and all that was in white. The lettering was in white, but ER in that was red. And so I'm driving down the road, and looking at that gave me a headache because of the red on the blue backdrop.
Huh. All right.
Oh, shit.
Well,
So-
maybe it won't be that way anymore.
We'll see. Yeah.
Well,
I
now-
am just going to wear these all the time now. I hope they look okay.
They do. They're actually
they
kind
match
of
your
some nice.
shirt.
They're nice looking glasses.
And then
is
once we
what I
get
like.
you your Pablo Escobar phone with those red shades, you'll look like you do, in fact, do cocaine.
I'm going to have to. I'll also have to take one of those dot tests
Yeah.
Yes.
and see how that goes.
No longer destined to be Paul Dano.
No one
Guys,
wants to be Paul Dano.
Seriously, yeah.
Now you can play Sonic Colors like the rest of us.
I am never going to play Sonic Colors, though. I saw that Sonic Forces was on sale,
No.
Nope.
and
No.
I couldn't remember if that was a good one or not.
It's the one where you make your own OC,
really
dude.
bad.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. No.
So naturally, you have to get it.
This even says "go outside."
Go outside!
Oh, never mind. It says caution indoor. Avoid flipping the glasses so your eyes can adjust to. I've been doing nothing but that. So your eyes can adjust to the new lenses for best results. Wear them for 10 plus hours over the course of 1 to 2 weeks. Wear indoor glasses in well-lit interiors at the movies or in front of your TV or computer screen. They work best when there is a bright light source. Okay. Yeah, so I guess let's... Yeah.
I like that they actually are very stylish. It
Yeah,
looks
they look good.
You look good in those like glasses.
They feel
You don't
hardy,
look,
too.
you don't
They
look
look
like you have
nice.
glaucoma.
You don't. You don't look like you've escaped from a retirement home.
They're not red. They're not blue blockers.
I seriously can't thank you all enough. And
buddy.
anyone else who was watching and involved in that, I know Erica was tuned in, and she was, one of the... Is there a list of people on the thing?
I don't think there's a full list.
I think it's just from us.
I think it is the 5 of us. Yeah, it's
From viewers like you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday / Merry Christmas.
Merry birthday.
Now next week when we get
Happy
Dan his
Christmas.
secret bag of trash, and the following week when Tyler and his father are finally reunited,
And I won't be there because I'm going to crawl into the bag of trash and never come out.
This is where I belong.
oh man. Well,
Oh,
but I like you guys too much. Like, honestly, I gotta get out. Gotta get out. I'm done. I've gotten too close to you guys. This is uncomfortable for me.
This isn't professional anymore. It's interfering with my work.
Why don't you go to the store and buy me a pack of smokes?
Maybe you'll find your dad.
That trick's been played on me before, Brooks. I'll never
into
do.
him.
I've
in the
had my
aisle.
hand stuck in this cigarette vending machine since 1974.
Since before you were born.
He's been there the whole time.
I mean, they got pregnant through a mail correspondence course.
Oh no, he had one hand free. You can get pregnant through hand holding. You went to Catholic school, right?
Yeah.
They didn't leave room for Jesus.
6 inches, guys. 6 inches. That's what it was. That's what it was in school.
Oh, so before we were so rudely interrupted by heartfelt gift giving.
Emotions.
Gross.
Gross.
The cover for the Resident Evil 3 remake was revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
insanely stoked for that because the Resident Evil 2 remake was amazing.
Don't spoil it. I just got it this week.
Oh God, it's so good. And
It's gonna give it to you.
so the Resident Evil 3, we knew that they were going to be continuing down this remake hole. And so I'm really excited to see how they do 3. 3 is one that I didn't really play when it came out, so it'll be fun. Like 2 was one that I have vivid memories of playing when that came out. So 3 will basically be a new experience for me.
Spoiler alert.
I am so glad they didn't decide to remake the first one again.
Yeah, right.
Because, it's the first one.
Though the first one would benefit greatly from being in the RE7 engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't need to happen.
It doesn't
Yeah.
need to happen because they've already done it so many times.
Yeah.
But eventually, I would love to see the entire series redone in the RE7 engine.
They'll probably do it later down the road as
Yeah.
like a quick cash grab.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we're running out of Resident Evil games.
It's so easy for them.
But apparently, people are unhappy with the changes that they made to the Nemesis design.
Yeah, whatever. People are always unhappy.
Well, it
You
doesn't look
can't
exactly
please
like
people
I
when you
remember it from our childhood.
Yeah.
Boo.
Which I think is very dumb.
the same?
Why didn't this new art come with a pair of nostalgia goggles?
I need some rose-colored glasses. Oh wait, Ryan's got some.
I feel like the Resident Evil 2 remake was so good and proved itself so well that just no one should have anything to complain about. Like they've already shown us what how they're intending on treating these old properties.
Were there any complaints about the RE2 when that
don't
came
think so.
out? Because I don't remember hearing
remember it
anything
being
about it other than
It got shining reviews.
yeah.
People got spoiled by the good thing, and now they just have to find something to complain about. Like, they just have to.
I guess.
That's how they are.
Contrarians
Hey,
are
babies.
gonna find their way to. This is bad because it's so good that I can't actually find something to be mad about. So I'm
It's
gonna
all-
invent it.
It's all the Monty Python argument skit again. You came here for I came here for an argument. No, you didn't. You came here for an argument.
You've just described the entirety of classic game fans.
And there's going to be a new Evil Dead movie.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
It's gonna be the last one, right?
Is it going to be the last one?
I thought it. I know that Bruce Campbell said that he was never gonna do anything again.
Well, Bruce Campbell is not
But
in
he's
it.
directing it
He's producing.
or producing it. Sorry.
So
I assumed
what
that
he
that would
said
be
is
the end.
Ash Williams is done. That
Okay.
doesn't mean Evil Dead is done because they already rebooted the Evil Dead. What, 3-4 years ago?
I think like 5 or 6.
Something like that.
I went to go see that. It
was great.
Theaters. Yeah, I liked it. There was this family that brought their like 2-year-old child and their infant to a
Why?
Because
To a
people
10
are
o'clock-
fucking stupid.
God.
Yeah, and
We couldn't get a sitter. Enjoy this scarred childhood.
yeah, for real. And like I was like this was back when I was doing trashy stuff like drinking like Boone's Farm in a parking lot for go to the movies. And even then I still had the decency to be offended at the fact that there were children in this film.
I am stoked that I don't know whether it's going to be a continuation of The reboot?
or just like a remake in the same universe.
Yeah.
There needs to be a gritty remake of Army
When he said that
God.
he was done with Ash, I thought that was the end. I didn't think that we would get anything else.
No, I mean, Sam Raimi is going to try to make as much money off that as he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And rightly so. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a great property to revisit, and when done well, it's done well. I remember enjoying the remake, though obviously it wasn't nearly as campy as the original.
Yeah, it felt like they were trying to make it more serious.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it, but I don't think I've seen it since, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
have not seen it since
the
either.
remake. I have seen the main movies now, though. I saw them.
We're very
I've not
proud
watched.
of you.
I know. I have not watched the show though. I need to see the show.
The show's great.
They'll have a spin-off, featuring a stuntman that has to fight all the Deadites, and it'll be Evil Knievel Dead.
The fact that hasn't happened
It would
yet
fit
is
the theme.
actually surprising.
Yeah.
Please, can we please fucking do this?
It's Bruce Campbell as Evil Knievel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've already had Bruce Campbell as Elvis.
Bubba Hotep is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
I
guys.
still have not seen Bubba Hotep. What? I know. It's on my list. I have a long ass list of things that I need to do, and I don't ever do them.
Yeah, that's a good point, I suppose.
Yeah, so I'm hopeful for that. And in general, I mean, with any horror thing that sounds promising, I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. As
long as it doesn't
horror is one of
suck.
my favorite genres.
Yeah. We haven't actually had a shitty Evil Dead movie yet, so we could be due for one.
Yeah. But that reminds me of something that you put on the list that I was going to put on the list. The upcoming Ryan Reynolds film,
Yeah.
Free
in
guy.
which he plays an NPC who gains sentience.
I wanted it so bad, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna see it.
I heard about that a couple of months ago, and then I kind of forgot about it until this week, and it was just, oh, yeah.
The
Gamer TM movies.
Gamer
art
TM.
for it looks great, and
The trailer looks amazing. Did you?
there's
see
a trailer.
Yeah,
I didn't know there was a
dropped
trailer.
today.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I know what we're doing after the podcast.
Yeah, it's really good.
Going to
It looks
Denny's.
fantastic.
But I mean, conceptual. I love the idea, the concept. Just that base concept of an NPC in a world gaining sentience. I love the idea. So I'm already pretty sold on that. But then you add Ryan Reynolds to it, and I am 100% on board.
I'm surprised this is a movie instead of an anime plot. Like this just sounds like
Right?
an anime
It
plot.
totally does
Yeah.
sound like
It's
an
just
anime
like my
plot.
Japanese animes. It's the American adaptation of Sword Art Online.
Except, considering it is an American adaptation, the games that are popular over here are overwhelmingly Call of Duty, so he's probably going to be, an NPC in some ultra-violent, kind of GTA clone or something like that.
Yeah, I would expect GTA and not. Oh man, it'd be really
Make it
hilarious.
a World War II movie.
I really hope that someone teabags. I want that to happen. That needs to happen. Like one of the main actual action hero characters needs to teabag somebody.
A car crash happens in the background and Nico Bellic flies out of a windshield.
Also, this just brings us
Fuck it,
one.
let's go bowling. Nico, let's go bowling.
Also, this just brings us one step closer to our proper live-action reboot movie.
Yeah.
Is that actually happening?
Incoming game. No, probably not.
I don't follow this news.
I would watch
dude.
the hell out of that. Though.
Well, we got what they think is a live-action reboot series already, and it's terrible. That Netflix series, Guardians of the Grid, or whatever the fuck it's called, Guardians of the Matrix, or I
must
can't
have
even fucking
glazed
remember.
over that.
I
It's-
saw it
it
when
is
I was scrolling through. I did not watch
Horrible! So bad. I love Reboot so much, and that was so bad because it's the Guardians are live action high school kids who basically morph themselves into the computer.
This sounds terrible.
And fight in the computer. So it's combination live action and 3D rendered when they're
sounds
in the
terrible.
computer. It is horrible.
sounds
If I
really
wanted
bad.
to see something terrible like that, I'd watch Tron.
Hey, Tron's
great.
Tron held up. Actually, the original Tron.
My
I
gamer
enjoyed
tag for
it.
10 years. 10 years was Tron Bones Mom's 89. Okay. I just changed it this week. You've got to talk to me about how good Tron is, man.
And I've mentioned it on the podcast before. Tron Uprising on Disney Plus. Fucking watch it because it's awesome.
Disney Plus.
That's the
The
show.
animated
It's
one, yeah.
so fucking
It's
good.
extremely
It's
good.
So good.
Yeah.
I went on a Tron kick because I had never actually seen the original Tron movie.
Yeah, I got to go
really?
there, but it can't be seen with this
I
poser.
had never.
at the grid.
This was around a year ago-ish, and I went through and I watched the original, and I was like, that's really good. And I watched the remake, and I'm like, that's okay.
Oh, you mean the sequel?
The sequel.
Because it's not a remake.
It's not a remake.
The soundtrack to the sequel is outstanding because it's
Yes.
Daft Punk and John Williams.
Yes.
And
I
it's the
actually
only
enjoyed it.
soundtrack I know that has a remix album that also rips.
Really?
Yeah, Tron Legacy Reconfigured.
Oh, yeah. I remember when that came out.
It's got a lot of popular. I remember getting that on a road trip to Vegas to the Star Trek convention years ago. Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was very disappointed in
I think
that
that was the
film.
last CD I bought.
In the Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy, yeah.
I enjoyed Michael Sheen.
Sure.
And the creepiness of young wow, I'm really hung up
Jeff
right now. Jeff
Jeff Bridges, yeah.
Chef Bridges?
Young Jeff Bridges
Yeah.
was actually kind of cool. It was the first time they ever did it too. That was the beginning of the aging
Oh,
back.
yeah.
That was the thing that
Which they've now perfected in The Irishman.
Oof.
I have not seen it. I've heard it's really good. Has anyone seen
It
The
is very
Irishman?
good,
I've
but they
seen it.
de-age De Niro and Pesci, and it's uncanny. It is
weird.
super creepy.
That's super.
It is super creepy.
It looks long and depressing. Is it?
I
long
mean,
and
it's a
depressing?
Scorsese flick.
Yeah, exactly.
3 hours and 30 minutes.
The
It
last
is-
one of those I saw was that depressing Catholic guilt film.
It is being directly compared to Goodfellas in terms of quality.
I've
So,
Pesci's in it.
yeah.
I've still not seen all of Goodfellas.
Really?
Yeah.
Very good.
Goodfellas is a fucking classic.
That's what I hear.
good.
I am a fan of the Goodfeathers, okay? I'm a fan of the Goodfeathers.
Good feathers flock together, slappy wax them with their
Animaniacs.
purse. I fell asleep watching Irishman, but I've heard that it's great.
I started it.
What's it like in a film?
Not an inspiring
I'm just-
review.
No. Me falling asleep during something is not a statement of the quality of the
I
thing.
know, but just like my official statement is, I fell asleep watching it, but I've heard it's good.
Well, I heard as I was drifting off that it might be good.
I started watching it while working, and I was like, I need to pay attention. I'm not going to do this anymore.
So, I have not seen the most recent episode of The Mandalorian.
I did.
I have.
I have not seen the 4th episode of The Mandalorian either, but I am caught up to 3.
Okay.
I've been saving it for my weekends. I watch it with my coworker now.
4 is the strongest episode yet.
Okay.
Very good.
5 is okay.
We're bound to have some okay episodes. Like
Yeah.
episode 3 was like a nice change of pace for sure. But
Episode 3 was the John Wick episode, right?
episode 3 was the Seven Samurai episode.
Yeah.
The
John Wick episode.
yeah. There was no dog though.
Dogs replaced by baby
Well,
Yoda.
yeah, no, because the dog dies. in John
Yeah, they
Wick.
didn't kill it, but he
But
saved
Baby
it.
Yoda is basically.
I am
the dog.
referring to Baby Yoda by his proper name now because of the property is has severely riffing on, which I love. So Baby Yoda is now Daigoro, and Daigoro is Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
He just needs a stupid
know what
fucking
that
haircut.
Lone Wolf and Cub.
Lone Wolf and Cub.
Oh,
Yeah.
You need to educate yourself.
sorry.
Fucking-
I actually really liked the most recent episode.
I thought it
For
was
what
okay,
it was
but
by
it's
itself.
not as strong as the episodes leading up to it.
So
That
to
space
fill
battle
you
at the
in,
beginning was
Dan,
cool, though.
there's a bunch of stuff happens in The Mandalorian and it's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
My issue
Honestly,
now,
I
and the
think-
reason
I think you might actually like it.
You probably would.
I'm gonna play video games instead.
the only reason, and I put this on the list of like I have a small bone to pick with Mandalorian. I enjoy it. I'm loving each episode individually.
It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean.
Just shut up.
You know, that's a bunch of bullshit.
But my issue with it is that we're not getting enough. Like we're episode 5 now. There's going to be 8 episodes in this. Where is this going? There's not a single like this last episode had nothing.
You know, if you read Lone Wolf and Cub, you know exactly where this is going.
But we're only seeing kind of a hint of a major overarching thing interjecting.
It's a very
now.
Filoni thing. It's a very Filoni does that, and all like he has a lot of quote unquote fillers, and even in Clone Wars and Rebels.
It's pronounced Filogna.
I feel like a lot of the stuff that they're doing to establish Mandalorian as a character and his relationship with Baby Yoda.
Is important.
I think it's very
part
important.
of the overarching, which I like. Again, I'm not disappointed. I want there to be. I want more, especially because we're getting only 8 episodes that are 30 minutes apiece, and they're really, other than like you're getting more of a character study than you're getting an actual overarching plot. We have an idea of what's happening, but we don't really. It hasn't gone anywhere yet. And if
the Mandalorian has done a good job of evading the plot.
Yes.
So far. Like, as in, the character itself has done a good job in evading the plot. But it is catching up to him, and I think that's essentially what it's going to be. But there's also already going to be season 2, so I don't expect there to be a season plot.
Hey, look, it's the Mandalorian.
Lone Wolf and Cub.
My favorite.
It definitely borrows a lot from stuff like that.
But it's cool.
I do love it. I don't. It's not like I don't like it. It's still one of my favorite Star Wars properties of all time.
No, man.
I'm starting to get impatient.
I feel like I would not expect to see a larger plot line buttoned up at the end of this season.
No, for sure not.
I expect that larger plot is going to carry across seasons.
They have to get people to keep subscribing. You know, it's their platform, and it's honestly kind of a smart business move.
Yeah,
I would have liked this to be a full season, like 12 episodes. 45 to 50 minutes apiece.
Who's to say that 12 episodes is a full season? Nowadays, we get
10 episodes.
We get 8, we get 10. It's all over the board these days because we're not bound by broadcast schedules. That's the only reason that we had season markers in the first fucking place.
I want
tell
more.
the story that you need to tell in the number of episodes that you need to tell it. If that's 8, then that's 8. And if you disagree with the pacing, then you disagree with the pacing.
And make your own fucking show.
Right.
If you're lucky, the last episode will be like an hour.
I mean, the first episode was an hour. It was 45 minutes. So,
well, the first episode was like 45 minutes. The third episode was like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel
now the third episode was like 38 minutes.
You're not counting the recap, dude.
But yeah, it's. I think streaming services are breaking us from the typical thing, because the only thing that kept us on the seasons in the first place was broadcast schedules. That's it. And now there's not a broadcast schedule.
Honestly,
which brings me to another thing that's kind of related, since talking about seasons and shit like that. Letterkenny season 8.
Christmas.
I still have
Christmas in Canada, 27th in the US on Hulu.
So the day after Boxing Day.
Yes. And Letterkenny season 7 just released in October. But we're getting season 8 in December. And each season has been what, like 8 episodes? 8 to 10 episodes?
I think
something
so,
like that?
yeah. I think this last one was 8. I'm pretty sure this last one was 8.
So
short, but if they're coming this quick.
Stuff that's being made for streaming, it doesn't have to adhere to any, it's all arbitrary.
I'm okay with it. Like, if that's how you're going to, like, if you have a story, don't let it overstay its welcome. Like, we don't need a whole bunch of filler. You don't need to have that exact schedule because of that. But like, I mean, that's fine for me. But like, at the same time, with Mandalorian specifically, I feel like we haven't gotten enough of that overarching story.
Sure.
Yeah, but
that's what I want. I want to see where they're going to, because so far every episode has been fairly like its own thing, except for maybe the first 2.5 episodes.
It's more like a movie at that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, also with the streaming thing, like getting a more limited release, that eliminates the filler, and we get better quality.
Yeah.
The quality has been amazing. There's not been a
Better
drop in
quality.
quality. I want more.
Better quality, better streaming, Papa John's.
God.
Yeah, I set the whole thing up for that joke.
In the beginning of chapter 5, The Mandalorian, there is a perfect cheesy explosion, though.
It was great.
Like the
Star
fight,
fight.
yeah, that explosion is like out of 70s Star Wars.
And I loved it.
And it was clearly made as a reference to that.
I loved that fight scene in general. That was one of my favorite like star fights I've ever seen. That was cool.
But it wasn't very busy.
No, it
Like-
was very to the point and like
Yeah.
ended
like
with
the
a
janky-ass
cheesy get rid of
stormtroopers.
line.
Yeah.
That's my line.
Yeah. Yeah.
That.
What else do we have to touch on here?
I forgot to throw this in, and I did not put this on the list. Doctor Who got its first trailer for the next season.
That's right. And they're not doing a Christmas special this year, are they? They're just starting the season in Christmas, or
It's coming out on January or January 1st, I think is what it said.
okay. But they're
It's
not doing the
not a
typical
Christmas special.
between
Yeah.
season Christmas special and then a few months later start the season
No,
proper.
yeah, that's what it's seeming like. And like the first episode is like the first 2 episodes are It's a 2-parter, and it's apparently going to be the most like they were saying that it's going to have the biggest budget of any Doctor Who episodes ever.
Interesting.
Stephen Fry is going to be in it. Yep.
Well, I went from not caring to being mildly interested now.
the I forget his name, the black scientist from Better Off Ted.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember the actor's name either,
Yeah.
but he's in a lot of things.
Yeah,
he was in Preacher. He's been in tons of shit.
He's going to be in it as well. And apparently it's supposed to be a spy thriller.
Interesting.
So I don't know what that's going to be, but the trailer looked really cool, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, I
Sounds
still
like a real
need to.
who's who of cast members. I have spoken.
I still need to catch up on the current Doctor.
Yeah, I watched the whole last season. I enjoyed it, except I think it could have been better. It could have been better.
There's not a way to stream it aside from buying the season, which I am not going to do.
super
That's dumb.
because BBC was like, we're going to make our own streaming service, and then they did.
Yep. I think the US would benefit greatly from a BBC or a Channel 4 streaming service.
I'd pay for it.
Because right now I just pay for BritBox as part of Amazon Prime.
I'd
There was a
wish I was
deal.
someone
There was
for
a
it.
deal on it for Black Friday, and I paid for it because I needed to watch.
There's tons of QI on there. There's
Would I Lie to You?
Would I Lie to You
talked
is on
about
there,
that,
and
and
it's
I was
so
like-
good. There's also a great Alan Davies series called As Yet Untitled. The basis for As Yet Untitled is Alan Davies just invites some friends of his to like sit down and talk, and the show doesn't have a title. It's As Yet Untitled. So the only goal that they have is to have this conversation, and by the end of the conversation, have a title for that episode.
That's actually kind of great.
Yeah.
Does Stephen Fry come in and shit on his day? 'Cause I
Stephen
need
Fry,
that.
as far as I've seen so far, Stephen Fry has not been a guest yet.
That's disappointing.
But they've had Bill Bailey and Phil Jupitus and
God damn it! I hate you both. Stop it. Oh,
So now are red things green and green things red?
they're not 3D glasses.
I hate you guys so much.
What else do we? Oh yeah, the Boys season 2.
Yeah.
I heard they're back in
Taylor.
town.
Can I leave?
I am very much looking forward to the Boys season 2 because season 1 was great.
Just incredible. Incredible.
Other things that have given us trailers. We got the Wonder Woman 1984 trailer today.
Yep.
I haven't seen it
I mean,
yet.
I did not watch the trailer yet.
It looks fine. I'm. Not,
I assume it's going to be as good or maybe not as good as the original.
Wonder Woman is the
so-
only strong DC
better
cinematic
fucking do
property
that
that they
spin.
have. Man. Oh God.
Better
no.
do that fucking spin, okay? Because it's the 80s one. They're going to have her do a spin.
You're going to have to watch the CW Crisis on Infinite Earths nonsense in order to catch any of that, because I think Wonder Woman is involved in the Crisis on Infinite Earths event across all the DC TV
Oh, yeah.
series.
That's
Yeah.
kind of great.
But yeah.
That's the one that Kevin
Conroy.
he's
Kevin Conroy is going to
playing
be,
the
he's
first-
actually going to be a Batman.
Released his bat suit. Looks like. I saw the notification. I haven't looked at it yet. But he's got his bat suit. So
Also, Mario Maker 2 got a major update that adds some really fucking cool shit.
like
Yeah.
Waluigi.
No, like Zelda.
Waluigi. Waluigi.
So,
I saw some like 16-year-old kid at the grocery store like wearing a Waluigi hat and like his face looked like a pizza, and I was like, man, I am so glad I am not a teenager these days because I would have been cringier than that kid.
So, what they've added, if you remember in the original Mario Maker, you had amiibo costumes, and people could but it didn't do anything. It was just visual.
Right.
Yeah.
But now,
You pick
But
up
wait,
the
there's
Master
more.
Sword, and you become Link in
That's
the
amazing.
NES theme, and you can swing your sword, you can produce a bomb and throw a bomb, you can shoot an arrow, you can do a sword dash, you can use your shield. So it actually changes the way you can play the game.
But can you jump?
I want this.
Oh, okay. Well,
I want this so much.
And
need to play-
they also added new enemies. They added Spike, the dude who barfs up a spike ball and then throws it at you.
oh, that guy.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
And he will also do the same with snowballs and snow biomes. They added a boost pad for 3D World levels only, which, when you hit on it, jump on it, it gives you a speed boost in a direction.
Running around at the speed.
You know,
of
this is
sound.
not a Sonic discussion, and I'll kindly have you respect the bounds of that.
Well, I imagine it may soon become a Sonic discussion when they inevitably add Sonic as
I
a
actually
playable
wouldn't
character.
mind that.
That'd be kinda
though.
great.
It would be a nice, like, low key instead of like Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. It's just like Mario comes and shits on Sonic's parade.
Dude, honestly, I watched Game Grumps play Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Like the new one.
The new one, yeah. It actually looks like it's a lot of fun.
Get it actually.
Especially with the Mario 1960, like
the classic mode,
because
yeah.
it's all pixelated and stuff. And
Yeah.
it actually looks surprisingly good. But aside from that, they also added the cactus, the stacked cactus boys.
Spike-
Pokies or
Yeah,
Pokies.
Pokies. Yeah.
Pokies.
Look at you. Up on your Mario lore. Did you know that the blocks are actually people that were turned into blocks with magic? And every time you get one, you kill the person that's inside of it.
Way to throw back to like episode 4
Yeah.
when we talked about that.
Oh my god, that we
why
did
I
talk
did
about
it.
that.
That's why I
episode
did
4, I
it.
forgot. It's been so long.
And they also added a speed run thing. It's like called Ninja Run.
Running around
where-
at the speed of sound.
No affiliation with the gamer.
the word speed cannot be used anymore for the remainder of the podcast.
It's actually funny you mention that because like I got Yakuza this week, and it's got like a tiered like upgrade system, and the first tier, the first thing I got was got to go fast.
Which Yakuza did you get?
Well, the remake of the first one.
Okay.
So, okay, yeah.
Kiwami? Is it?
Kiwami?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's fucking fun so far. but
Yakuza
we'll
is a
talk about
fucking
that.
sick series.
We'll talk
I've
about
never
that
played
later.
any of them.
I have
You
played
should.
the first one. It's really good.
They're hilarious.
So in the speedrun thing, they give you a Nintendo made course.
Yeah.
And you try and at first they get a baseline speed out of you. So you have to beat it once.
Oh, okay.
And then it shows you where you are, like with this graph, in how long it took you.
And then the next time you log on, a bunch of moon runes have beat your time by an impossible amount.
Yep.
So then you can keep attempting to improve your time, and other times within your kind of bracket will show up as little ninja stars that go through the course along with you. So it can help give you an idea. Think of Super Meat Boy when you die.
Oh,
and
okay,
it
yeah.
shows or when you finally complete a course and it shows all of your deaths.
Yeah.
It kind of runs like that.
Well, that's cool.
And what's neat in that sense is like if you're at a point where you're like, oh man, I'm doing this as fast as I can, you have a point of reference for how you might be able to change the way that you're going through the course in order to do it better.
I'm doing this as fast as I can. Ominous Japanese laughter in the distance.
I like the new feature in theory, but in practice, the ninjas get in the way. And it's not like a ghost run. You know, like with a ghost run...
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
The ninjas are not slightly translucent or anything like that. They're just...
they're just solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not solid in that you can run into them or anything. But
it's...
Are they
right.
Are they at least not top layer? Like, can you see yourself
They are
over
not
them?
top layer, but
Okay.
it's easy to still kind of like when you're in a mass of, you know, these
Craziness.
stars, it's just a bit chaotic.
Sure.
But what's cool is
Team Chaotix?
you can adjust the number of them that will display. So, and it's several, you know, you can show a whole lot or a little bit less or a little bit less than that or none and still be able to go through.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe they'll tweak that a little bit in the next update.
Yeah.
So that way it's not annoying. Or that it's more annoying.
Oh, yeah. And they also added ice bricks with coins in them.
Yeah.
So you can
Melt 'em.
use a fire flower and melt them.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I've already seen an interesting way that was used in a boss fight, where you go up against Bowser, and your entire ground is these ice blocks. If he does the air fireball strike and it causes the fireballs that kind of rain down, it creates pillars of nothing. It melts those coin blocks.
Yep.
So you now have a more precarious, you know, platform.
I think like any
to fight
in-game
on.
fire does it too, right? Like the fire sticks that spin around, like those will melt them too. So
Probably,
you can do
yeah.
anything.
Because I know the fireballs that kind of bounce through corridors, those will melt them as well. Yeah. Already people, I mean, unsurprisingly, already people have made some very cool and creative courses in
We might have to do a revisit to the
yeah, we're
Mario
definitely
Maker
going to have to do a
2.
revisit.
Yeah, I'm
Topless Robot plays.
Some people have made some very neat puzzle link-centric courses that look great.
I mean, even the demo material in the trailer they released had a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
And
Mario.
the Link, the Master Sword also changes the music cues in the game. So there's, you know, you can put the sound effect of like a little ding dong, like the light bulb, like, hey, you did something cool. And when you put that sound effect in and you trigger it in the game through the course, it does a do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, yeah.
So stuff like that. Yeah, it's fucking great, man.
we
They
really-
did a great job.
Can we really quick talk about like Nintendo as stuck in the past as they are, and their inability to deal with internet is infuriating. They do TLC and updates very well.
Absolutely. They support
They support
their titles extremely well.
They've got everything going for them except for the online play.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They really, really have always supported their first party and second party stuff, but now they're even with all this indie support and everything. Like they're killing it. I agree.
Yeah. I would just love to see them get someone who's not in Nintendo, help them build a
internet.
proper online kind of.
But they're not going to do that.
No, they will not.
I think I saw that the Switch is now like one of the highest selling Nintendo consoles of all time right now.
Oh, it is. It's got to be probably the highest selling
or
Nintendo
like
console.
fastest selling. Like I don't
Fastest probably.
selling. I don't think it hasn't beaten anything, but like in terms of mass volume, because the Wii was insane. But but I think it's like in terms of like how fast it's been
It
selling.
outpaced the Wii though.
Yeah, it outpaced the Wii. It's the fastest selling.
Still waiting for Japanese businessmen to show up at my door to play.
We would like to play. God, so it's
I kind of miss that commercial.
It's a
to be
good
honest.
commercial.
I kind of love that commercial.
Did you guys see the Sony trailer thing that they had made, like this animated thing?
Had how
promo
someone
thing?
like it was all a ripoff of other animations.
Every single thing is
frame.
by frame ripoffs from several other things.
And someone tracked every single thing that he ripped it off from and stitched it all together, and
it's
you can
like
see
Steven
it like,
Universe
just bit by
and-
bit. The entire thing that he animated is all pretty much pirated.
What the
And
hell?
He has a history of doing this, and they still
Sony still
fucking
hired
hired him to do it.
What
Yep.
the hell?
Yeah, dude.
I did not see this.
Oh, you mean so Sony hired some guy that is notorious for ripping off other people's work?
Right.
Yeah. And then
He
in the
ripped
thing that
off
he made for
everyone.
them, he ripped off a bunch of other people's work.
There was a trailer?
It was some sort of promo video that they made for. I can't even remember what
Yeah.
it was for.
And it
'Cause
was-
I didn't
it
actually
was-
watch it. I only watched the side by side thing.
It was beautifully animated, but of course it was, because it was all frames ripped off from other animations.
Yeah,
It wasn't
like legit.
neat.
He made as well. He probably traced a majority of it and then made minor
Wow.
alterations.
For sure.
Frame by frame trace.
Fucking nerd.
Doing his own rotoscoping.
I want to see Saberspark discuss this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys watch? You watched?
I have before, I believe. Yeah.
He's great. He talks about animated stuff, much like animated opinions, except that this is a little more visual.
Little plug.
a little more visual.
Yeah, considering Animated Opinions is a podcast, an audio-only podcast, of course he is a little more visual because he's making videos.
Yeah.
There's actually a visual component to it.
Will you tell me it's not a static image of the podcast?
Technically speaking, there is a visual component to Animated Opinions because I
watch the movie.
record well, you have to watch the movie, but I also encode a visual podcast thing, for them. But yeah, that was just this. Oh, I remember that showing up on my timeline this past week and just going, wow. Like, first off, kudos to the person who hunted down every single thing that got ripped off, because that could not have been easy.
No, but I think the person who found all of that, it could have been a team of people working on it to boot. Like, I'm sure it was a
Or
bunch
it's
of
just
people from a
one
forum
very-
somewhere who were like, yo, fuck this guy. Let's show him.
Yeah.
The dedication.
Yeah.
Dedication to just be like, you know what? This guy's a dick. I'm going to spend hundreds of hours stitching all of this together to show how much of a dick he is, because fuck that dude.
Fuck pirates. That's stupid, dude.
Oh,
like,
it's so stupid.
Absolutely.
But I appreciate so much the dedication to make that happen.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That's ridiculous. One other thing that I wanted to bring up was we got the Black Widow teaser trailer.
Yes, we
Oh, I didn't
did.
see that yet.
David Harbour is a fucking gem in that.
Oh, he plays Crimson
Alex-
Dynamo,
he
right?
plays is that the name of the character? He's basically the Red Captain America.
His name is Alexei.
Yeah.
I think so. I just I remember that Crimson Dynamo was kind of an Iron Man bad guy for a little while.
No,
back in the
then
60s.
I think, hold on, I got to look this up. But he looks great.
Oh, he does.
He's
absolutely.
wearing a basically a found Captain America uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And
but it's got the Soviet star on it instead.
Yeah.
It's a little chunkier.
My favorite thing of this has been all the Stranger Things memes coming out. David
Red
Harbour.
Guardian.
Okay. Well, so I heard that Crimson Dynamo was going to be in the film, but Red Guardian, I don't know anything about other than the fact that it exists
Yeah.
and that David Harbour is playing him.
There have been 2 Red Guardians. I remember looking this up on Wikipedia. There have been 2 Red Guardians. David Harbour is specifically playing the second Red Guardian.
Okay.
But just seeing him in the trailer, like, it's so, I love David Harbour anyway, but it was just great.
I still think it's so weird that they're like, I wish that they had made the show before Black Widow.
Yeah.
It should have been pre. I was stopping myself from spoilers, though. I guess has it been long enough?
We're definitely through the spoiler embargo
All right.
for Endgame.
We live in a
but-
post-Avengers universe now.
Black
Tyler.
Widow's dead, and they're making a new show about Black Widow. Like that's
Yeah.
weird to me, and it's definitely in the past. It's between.
Vision is dead too, and we're getting WandaVision.
Yeah, like I
WandaVision.
don't understand why they're
These
going
stories
bad.
don't need to exist in the sequence in which they're released, right? It's kind of
I
like
mean, I'm still gonna watch.
it's kind of like how I've always felt like there should be more Cowboy Bebop because there are more stories to tell that are in that universe.
Yeah.
That don't necessarily, like they're just things that got glossed over that, they were happening between episodes in the series or whatever. You can easily wedge that in. And that's actually the approach that the Cowboy Bebop manga takes.
I want to know more
is
about the
there's
life
more
of metal
going
space
on.
truckers.
That really was a great episode.
You mean Victoria Trepskale?
Yes.
Yes.
BT.
God, what was it? The prairie oyster or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, the prairie oyster with the Worcester sauce and the egg and
And yeah.
Blech.
I would probably drink that.
You hear Dead Cells has some new DLC that they announced?
Really?
This time it is paid DLC. It's gonna be
Really?
$5. They said they're not stopping their regular free updates and balancing.
Sure.
But it's called the Bad Seed, and the
Oh,
only
I did see that in the store this week.
the only trailer they gave is it's a new very lush green biome that has mushroom monsters and all that kind of stuff. And
Great. My favorite kind of mob in that game.
well, no, these
Those
are
fucking spike mushrooms.
these are actual walking living creatures.
like mushroom
yeah.
head.
Yeah, and it just says, "Once upon a time, there lived a happy family," and it's just one big mushroom with two little guys following him, and then they just get blown up, and the dude runs across the screen, and that's the trailer.
Hey, I'm for that.
Yeah, they're bringing in a lot of new stuff. Like they're gonna double slot items now, like weapons that take up both of your slots instead of having two weapons.
Interesting.
You're gonna have a little mushroom companion who will follow you around. I think is one of the unlockables too. So
I'm on board. Any Dead Cells, I don't give a shit. I'm on board.
absolutely. And I'm glad that they're not doing it as an endgame DLC, or
Sure.
that's what we always worry about in in harder games like the roguelikes, and a lot of the DLC comes after all the main game content.
Yeah.
This is just going to be woven right in. You can
That's
access
Kind of like how Celeste,
Yeah.
their DLC stuff is all the hardest thing that they,
Yeah, no. In this case, it's just concurrent. You can choose to go that path that includes the new biome.
That's cool.
There will be a new boss fight.
The way that you play that game lends itself to that type of DLC.
Exactly. Yep.
My favorite thing about Dead Cells that we've talked about in the last few weeks is the fact that it keeps getting uninstalled on the Xbox at the grid.
Dude, I had to reinstall it 3 times. Someone keeps uninstalling it, and it works just fine.
And I'm just imagining someone getting their ass kicked so hard
Yeah.
by this game.
That's what we think they're rage quitting and uninstalling the game because they get so pissed off.
We're deleting it. That's how mad I am.
Time to set a trap.
It's so funny.
I have not played very much Dead Cells.
It's so
By
good.
very much,
So
I mean any
good.
at all.
It is.
I'm not great at it, but I feel great playing it.
It feels buttery smooth, especially when you get tased while playing it.
I'm not great at it either. Honestly, I still can't. I'm still on Blood Cell 2.
Oh, you're on 2? Really?
Yeah, I have not been able to get to 3 or 4. And it's because I rush too much instead of taking it slow.
Sure.
Or shame.
I am going to just call it and announce it now. We're just going to release Get Good this week.
Cool.
And
Rad.
you'll get to watch Tyler get shocked a lot.
Good thing we didn't talk about current events because that was a year ago now that we started.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was mostly just focused on the pain of the taser.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think those episodes are going to be very dated. It'll be
No,
fine.
I think
Yeah,
it'll be
it'll be
good.
fine.
I'm excited.
I am too. We got to get back into doing it. That was funny. That's almost gold. We really do need to get back into that series.
Yeah.
We will.
But we have come to the end of the podcast. What games have you guys been playing this week?
Wizard of Legend.
I noticed.
Oh, God. Oh, so fucking good.
We need to do some multiplayer in that sometime.
Yes. I didn't even know it was multiplayer for a while because I just immediately launched it up and I was like, I gotta see how good this is. It is so fucking good.
The Humble produced games are surprisingly good.
Sounds very
Very wizardly.
Yes, it is.
You just need to add the ly at the end of it, to make it a descriptive, an adjective.
This is in no way disparaging to Enter the Gungeon, but for me, Wizard of Legend is just like it's the better version of Enter the Gungeon. Yep, that's exactly how I feel about it. It's a more consistent experience. It's less RNG dependent, and I think it's honestly it can be more difficult. You get to choose your own spell deck pretty much. You buy them over time, and you can also find new ones in the dungeon. You can bring 4, you can carry 6, so you have to find at least 2 in the dungeon to continue. And you fight elemental themed bosses every now and then.
This sounds amazing.
It's so good, and I haven't
Wizard
played it.
of Legend?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
I haven't played a multiplayer with anyone yet, and I'm stoked.
we have to.
Was it like co-op or versus?
Co-op, or you can do both actually.
2-player or
2-player, yeah. And
Actually, I think you can do 4-player.
oof, that'd be chaos, dude. There's gonna be so much visuals on screen.
Pretty sure you can do 4-player in
My
Wizard.
brain would melt.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I've still had to like fight with is that I'm so used to games that have dodges allowing you to dodge through things. You have no invulnerability frames when you're doing your dodge in this game. You have to dodge around everything. You cannot dodge through attacks.
interesting.
Yeah, I have not played a lot of it. I was intrigued by what I have played, but it was also fairly difficult, and I thought I would just have more fun with it if I played through with someone else.
Yeah, I think I managed to beat it once in the first 10 tries. I can't remember. I know I beat it once though, because that's how you unlock chaos spells. I think you get 1 per game, 1 per victory over the entire playthrough.
Okay.
You get chaos magic, and I got the basic attack one, and it's cash money.
Right on. Brooks?
I've been playing a lot this week. 'Cause I received something last week.
What was that?
It was a PlayStation 4 last week.
Who are you?
Anyways, I got a lot of games. I got the games. I started playing Spider-Man on Monday. I didn't get the chance to actually play it until Monday.
Yeah.
I just had a lot of stuff going on, and then so I started playing Spider-Man, and I'm particularly enjoying Spider-Man. Being Spider-Man is very Spider-Man.
Moving around in that world is
It's so fluid. It's rad.
I have never played a game where I was just totally psyched to
wander?
move.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even just like I actually 100% platinumed that game because it felt so nice
Yeah.
to go and do everything. Like it just felt good. It was
going
fun.
and doing all the side stuff this far hasn't felt like a chore. It's
Yeah.
like,
No.
The
oh,
only
neat.
one that slightly feels like a chore are the pigeon hunts, and even
I
then,
haven't done those
it's
yet.
not terrible.
because you're still doing.
I
You're
haven't run out of things to do yet to just start hunting birds. And also, like I've only been playing it for this week, and I played a bit of Spider-Man, and then fucking the store on the PlayStation Store has had a lot of good deals.
Yeah.
I picked up RE2. I picked up.
I think the free game is a Titanfall 2.
I think
you're right.
so too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I also picked up
Play it.
MGS5 because I'm a Metal Gear fan.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is so fun.
And I can't wait to rescue Hideo Kojima. I also picked up Dragon Ball Fighters.
It's so
yeah.
good. It is one of the best fighter games
It
of all
is
time.
fantastic.
It's so fun.
My team right now, because I got some of the DLC, is classic Vegeta, Yamcha, and Bardock.
I like it, but that auto combo shit is fucking whack.
Yeah, it's a little.
That's like premium hand holding.
Yeah.
If I hit triangle and I hit you, I can lock you in a combo that automatically guarantees my super hits you. Like, what the fuck?
You can teleport.
Yeah,
It
okay.
teleports behind you
For
nothing
your meter.
personal, kiddo.
Yeah, 1 meter. You
can meter-
teleport.
yeah, you have to
I
meter
teleport
out of
more
it.
than I use ultimate.
It's-
All you have to do is why?
It's a TV show distilled into a game. It's gonna be cheap like that because the show was cheap like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it.
It's still a fucking great fighting game. Absolutely.
And the story mode's so dumb.
The story mode's terrible.
The story
but
mode is dumb, but I like how they're trying to teach you how their tutorial system works.
Yeah.
It also took me a whole day to figure out that I can change it to the American, the English dub, because for like a whole day I was like, man, I wish I could hear the actual voice actors because Goku sounds stupid in Japanese.
Japanese Goku sounds the worst.
Because Japanese Goku is also Japanese Gohan is also
Yeah,
Japanese Goten is also
it's just dumb. It's just dumb. But
And I know she's a beloved voice actress. I get it, but I just don't.
I don't
like it.
shrieky
Yeah.
and just annoying.
okay, that's racist.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was for all of you listeners at home. I'm sorry.
But I think the game that I'm enjoying the most right now is Yakuza.
Right on.
It is because mentioned that I was playing Shenmue, and a friend of mine was like, "Oh yeah, why don't you drop that shit and start playing Yakuza?"
Yeah, it's much better.
It super is. It's awesome so far. I haven't gotten that far because I've been enjoying it, but it feels like if Streets of Rage had a plot,
Yeah.
as far as the fighting goes,
A very hammy, like cartoonish plot too.
Oh, absolutely!
It's
I
so
would
hilarious.
expect no less because it's like, yeah, it's super dramatic, and all these characters are just like, "Ugh, I've been in prison for 10 years, and now I'm wearing my same clothes out."
And then you go into the next scene and you're fighting a bunch of dudes in diapers in a fetish den.
I
Like,
haven't gotten that far yet.
I feel like I've seen footage of that.
yeah,
ridiculous.
There's a lot of dumb shit in Yakuza. It's great.
I am currently. I just beat my way out of the funeral, and I'm fighting that boss. So, and I also picked up Secret of Mana. The
Yeah.
remake of that.
Nice.
It's okay. I really wish that the load times were non-existent.
Sure.
It's stupid.
I actually played very few video games this week,
Yeah.
but I did see fun news with because Titanfall 2 is free. The player base is like expanded like a ton.
At least on the PSN, I guess.
on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they went from like something like 10,000 active players to like 800,000 active players.
Man,
that game deserved better, so I'm glad.
That
Yeah.
game is one of the best shooters of all time. The story is just so beautiful.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say, but at the
fun.
same time, you would still be perfectly content in just playing the single player in Titanfall 2.
I need to go back and play. It made me think about it today. I was like, I want to go back and play that campaign again. It's one of the best campaigns.
Protect the pilot. Yeah. Man.
Cry.
Yep.
Tears.
Yep.
I cried.
So did I.
In that scene.
And then I cried again when I tried to explain to Jasmine why I was crying.
Yeah, that's right.
What a bunch of babies! Everyone knows that video games are full of tough guy explosions with boobs.
Tough guy explosions.
I have been playing Darksiders Genesis.
I heard it's pretty good.
It is very good.
Saturn's better.
I picked it up on Stadia and have been playing that. You play as War, or who's the one that we haven't met yet?
Peace.
Of the Horsemen. We have Wrath.
Is
Wrath,
Pestilence
War,
one of them?
Death.
What are the
we
four
have
horses?
Wrath and Death. We have games,
We have-
mainline games for War, Wrath, and Death.
Death. What's the fourth horseman?
Pestilence.
Pestilence.
That's-
or
But that's not who he is in the game.
Oh, I don't know then.
those are the four.
Famine.
I thought
mayhaps?
yeah, maybe it. I don't know. Let's see.
Internet. Okay, Google. Okay, Boomer.
God damn it.
Please don't trigger that again.
I guess in Darksiders it's Strife.
Strife, that's right. And he is a dual wield gun guy. And it's
Dual revolvers collide.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean the clone of Cable?
it's been really cool. It's been very cool. It's been a lot of fun. I've only gotten through the first major area because it just came out on Friday or Thursday. Can't remember. But it's great. It's very, very cool. And I'm just glad that we're after the gap between Darksiders 2 and 3 that we're now seeing more Darksiders games.
Yeah.
Because Darksiders 1 and 2 were fucking awesome.
Yup.
Darksiders 2 is one of my favorite games.
I still am bummed out about when Darksiders 2 Death's like spellcaster tree was completely worthless. You just had to go the melee tree.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't be a wizard, Dan.
But it was really worrying when THQ shut down and had to auction off the rights to all of these properties, and Darksiders was one of them. And so it ended up going to what is now known as THQ Nordic.
Yep.
Oh, THQ Nordic track.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for watching and or listening, and thank you guys for helping me see colors.
Yeah, how are your eyes adjusting?
It's kind of like wearing sunglasses indoors right now because everything's just a little bit dimmer, and it's a little jarring to do that.
Because it tells you not to.
Yeah.
It says in the directions, Ryan.
You just voided the warranty.
So we'll see.
Can you see with all the colors of the wind?
Okay. Never mind. On that note,
Yes.
thank you for watching and or listening. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm taking off today and breathe. Sometimes you have to sit if you want to make a stand. Hate the shit, taking liberties. Taking liberties.
Luke, it says I'm locked out of my account again. Subscribe.